Welcome to the Leader's Mic, where bold voices shape better leadership. I'm your host, Letitia, and today, we're talking about something real. The grind, the hustle, the silent stress. Today's episode is called Leadership Hacks, How to Stand Out Without Burning Out. So go ahead, grab your coffee, water, or whatever keeps you centered, and let's get into it. There was a time early in my career when I thought standing out meant saying yes to everything and everyone. I wasn't even in a leadership role yet, but I was already leading and overextending. I took on extra projects, I stayed late, and I helped coworkers even when my own plate was full. And all because I believed I had to outwork the role to prove I belonged in it. And I'll be honest, as a young Black woman in a predominantly white workplace, I felt like I couldn't afford to be just average. I didn't see many people who looked like me in the rooms I was working so hard to reach. And when you don't see yourself reflected, you start to internalize the idea that you have to do more just to be seen as equal. According to a Lean In and McKinsey study, Black women are more likely than any other group to be ambitious, and also more likely to feel that their hard work goes unrecognized. So the pressure to out-deliver is real. There's a quiet weight that so many Black and brown women carry. The pressure to outperform, overextend, and never falter because we know the cost of being overlooked. And while the world may call it grind, grit, or strong Black woman energy, I know what it really is. It was burnout in a beautiful disguise. I remember one week in particular, I was running on caffeine and fumes, holding it all together at work while falling apart emotionally. One Friday, I got in my car, closed the door, and just sat there. No music, no calls, just stillness. And the weight of a question I didn't want to answer just overcame me. That question was, is this what I am supposed to be doing? Is this what leadership feels like? And I knew something had to change because leadership without boundaries isn't leadership, it's survival. And survival is not the goal. If you've ever felt that pressure, the unspoken rules, the invisible weight, keep listening. You deserve to stand out without burning out. You don't have to prove your worth by setting yourself on fire. When we talk about burnout, we often picture exhaustion, the kind you feel in your body. But burnout runs deeper than that. It shows up as resentment, as disconnection, as this nagging voice inside that asks, why do I feel like I'm doing everything and still not enough? And that's where the reflection comes in. We have to get honest about where the pressure is coming from and whether it's rooted in truth or in survival. Is it the workplace expectations? Is it the cultural messaging that says we have to be twice as good to get half as far? Or is it something we've internalized over time, something we can now choose to release? I had to ask myself hard questions. Was I chasing validation or walking in purpose? And if leadership is about impact, whose life was I actually impacting if I am constantly empty? So here's the truth no one told me early on. Standing out isn't about how many hours you work or how much you say yes to. It's about alignment. It's about building a life and career that honors your energy, your voice, your why. That's the leadership mindset shift. Not chasing every opportunity, but choosing the right ones. Not proving yourself, but knowing yourself. And I promise you, when you lead from that place, the right people will take notice. And even more importantly, you'll start to notice yourself again. Here's your mic'd up moment for reflection. Take a deep breath with me. You don't have to burn yourself out to be seen. You don't have to overextend to be respected. You don't have to lose yourself to lead others. You are enough. Even in the moments where it doesn't feel like it, your worth is not tied to your work output. You don't have to earn your way into being validated. You already matter. So today, I want you to release the pressure to prove and start honoring your energy, your capacity, your pace. That's where real leadership begins. That's mic'd up leadership. Now that we've taken a moment to pause and reset, let's talk strategy. Because the truth is, you can stand out without burning out. You can make an impact without emptying yourself. Here are 3 sustainable ways to rise in your leadership journey while protecting your well-being along the way. Number 1, set boundaries like a leader, not like an apology. Boundary is not a bad word. I had to stop treating boundaries like walls and start seeing them as invitations to lead better. You teach people how to treat you, and when you model balance, your team feels permission to breathe too. Number 2, protect your time like you're already the CEO. With my most recent promotion, my mentor gave me this life-changing advice. He said, start protecting your time now like you already have the office in the corner. That means block time on your calendar for focused work. Take your lunch break. Yes, the full thing. And set digital boundaries after work hours, even if you're not the most senior person in the room. My team has access to me all day, but after 7 p.m. and before 5 a.m., that's the time I've carved out for my family, and they respect that. If there's an emergency or expectation, if I have to reach out to someone within those hours, I acknowledge it early and I keep it brief. Because burnout doesn't start with big moments. It starts with tiny, repeated compromises. Honor your time now, and you're training others to honor it too. Number 3, speak up with clarity. Visibility doesn't mean loudness, it means clarity. Make your contributions known in meetings, ask thoughtful questions, and follow up with concise summaries. Let your communication reflect both your thought process and your presence, not perfection, but preparedness. You're not just the quiet one who works hard. You're a leader in the making, and that deserves space. To be honest, this is one I still work on. Meetings can feel very intimidating to me, especially when acronyms and conversations fly that I'm not 100% sure about. I used to stay quiet, but now I ask clarifying questions, unafraid, because I want to grow. And if I don't speak up, I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to learn. I'm not going to know those acronyms. I'm not going to be able to participate in those conversations. Ask questions. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. You don't have to burn out to stand out. You don't have to lose yourself to lead others. And the version of you that honors boundaries, protects peace, and leads with clarity, that version is enough. So here's your mic'd up move for this week. Take one tip from today's episode and put it into practice. Whether it's saying no without guilt, blocking off time for yourself, or finally asking that question in the next meeting. Do it with intention. And hey, I want to hear how it goes. DM me on Instagram @TheLeadersMic, or just simply leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's build this journey together. And next week on The Leader's Mic, we're diving into skill development and how to identify the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. If you've ever felt that itch to grow, but don't know what to focus on, this one is for you. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading. You've been listening to The Leader's Mic, where bold voices shape better leadership.